a good inspiration out of it. So the
Yeah.
situation, it's COVID, you can draw love or draw inspiration from every kind of situation. And how can you do that?
All right. So now talking about an inspirational lover, we now narrow it down to the subject of relationship. Now is a time where, all right, this weekend a lot of people are going to be giving love expressions all over the place, the good, the bad, the ugly, and a lot of people think that with all that is happening around the world, this is not the time to be making lots of noise about love. A lot of people are barely healthy. A lot of people lost their jobs. And a lot of people, is the financial empowerment that inspires them. All right, so if you're going to be an inspirational lover, an inspirational spouse, what are we talking about here? Can you actually be inspired from within by the very idea of love itself? We're talking about a lover that is inspired, a spouse that is inspired in the midst of the most depressive environment or challenges or circumstances that you face. How do you become inspired actually by love, Oprah?
So I think, just following up on the scripture you used and how that it's the breath of God that gives us this inspiration. I think that God is love and we're all fruits of love, and love is in it, it's within us. It's very possible to be an inspired lover. I think it's a thing that once take a you put yourself in a position where you're committed to always draw out inspiration to love. And it's for relationship, but it's even for just living and being human generally, that every single day I want to be able to love. I want to be able to love myself. I want to be able to love my partner and those around me, and just even my environment, things like that, but not so deep things. But just being committed to love and understanding that yes, there is an inspiration to love. For me, it tells that there can be an inspirational lover in each and every one of us.
Interesting. Can love itself be the inspiration? The fact that you have someone special in your life that you are committed to and devoted to, can that entire engagement be the basis to be inspired to do stuff? Shay?
Yes, I think so, because love itself is seeking to bring the best out of the other person. And when you're in a relationship with someone, all that you think about is how to bring out the best, how to make the person happy, how to spice up things. So that itself is the basis for inspiration, because when you look at your spouse's face or your fiance's face and you're like, what can I do to bring out something? Especially in this COVID-19 period where a lot of people are depressed, people have lost their jobs. I know of countries where they are even putting up immigration laws to bring their families closer to people who are over there, so that they believe that that bond helps people to heal. So love itself is the number one inspiration for any relationship, because love seeks the good of the other person.
Bam. Love itself is the number one inspiration for everyone, because love goes after the other person's benefit. The problem is that more often than not, most of us are not even sure whether we're truly in love. Because, well, on Sunday, there's going to be all manner of love expressions. The ones that is infatuation, crush, crazy love, mad love, self-centered love, and all of that. And all of them have their inspiration. People do crazy crazy stuff in the name of love. But on Digits 1024 Radio, your refreshing radio, we try to ensure that we stay on the line that is constructive, productive, that kind of love that is healthy, that kind of love that makes you safe, that kind of love that you can enjoy with your family and your loved ones this particular weekend. And I dare to say that there is inspiration that can come from the breath of God, from your relationship with God, from your association with God. That particular inspiration you need a technology to access it. So I want us to go further. A lot of people believe that love is easily expressed when you've got a lot of dough, pepper, money, kudi, owo, cash, dollars. Once there is money, inspiration comes. A lot of people say, don't talk about inspiration, and a poor man does not have inspiration. What inspiration does he have? Because whatever you are propelled to want to do will cost money. We are now at a situation where a lot of people's cash flow is very, very limited. And so inspiration too is limited. Why do you agree that a wealthy man, a man that has good cash flow, is an inspired man? Poor people and low cash people don't have any business with inspiration. Your inspiration, even if you do, the inspiration will be low quality.
I well,
Yeah.
I strongly disagree to that assertion, and
Now, poor people can have inspiration.
in fact, I think poor people have more inspiration than
Is
rich
that
people.
so?
You know, and it's really not about your status, being rich or being poor. Love has nothing to do with your status. Love itself is an inspirational word. So saying inspirational love is like a tautology. Just like saying inspirational love, or you're just saying the same thing again because it's that heavy when you say
So
love.
if you really love someone, you should be inspired. If inspiration
Love
is
is
not coming,
inspiration. Love
itself is inspiration.
Inspiration without anybody there. So I mean, I take that from the golden rule in the scripture that says, "And love your neighbor as yourself."
Yeah.
You know, which says to me, it says you love yourself first, and
Yeah.
then you love your neighbor
Yeah.
as yourself. Okay, so and that's love. So if you don't do it to yourself first, you can't have any inspiration to do it to anybody. So what is it that makes you happy? Whether you're at a job or whether you're rich or poor or whatever the situation is around you, what can you come up with that can make you happy? Is love. And then whatever makes you happy, extend that to the other person. So whatever makes you happy may cost you money, I may not cost you any. It could be a site that you like to go to, and then you watch nature, and it makes you happy. Extend that to someone else.
In Nigeria.
Well, because you are alive, you live. As a poor man, with or without resources, you live. So you could say, if you have a car, I could get to a particular place earlier and faster and better. All right. But you shouldn't say, because I don't have a car, I shouldn't go. So you look for a cheaper means to go, and you may be surprised that hitching a bike with your lover could actually be more romantic than going in a cruise in a car with the same person.
I don't know.
All right. I mean, so we're saying that you want to make use of what you have right now.
Exactly.
You
See,
know.
now they are contesting.
No.
You know, it's about the end.
Exactly.
You know, and not the means. So it's about what can I do. So if
with what I have,
you know, so if what I want to do is to go to the beach, and I don't have the money to hire to go in an Uber, go in a public transport. The bottom line is that the process of going is maximized and is put to use. So in that process of going, you will find inspiration, because at the end of the day, what is behind your mind is to be happy. So when you have that at the back of your mind, that I want to be happy today, the process of being happy will itself inspire happiness.
Okay, that's good. All right, so let's go to more specifics. Now, being happy, let's look at the focus of the world this weekend, Valentine's Day. What do people do on Valentine's Day? Lots of people have the varied interpretation of what they think that day is. And we know that there's going to be the good, the bad, a lot of evils will be done, a lot of good things will be done.
And sorry to cut you short. Valentine's Day is a typical example. It's not going to change the status, your status. It's not going to change your financial status, but people will be determined to be happy,
Yeah.
irrespective.
So that's my point. In talking about inspiration, during this particular season, and more specifically to those who are in a relationship now, healthy relationship, whether married, engaged, or whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, should the motivation at this stage, at this particular point, be about your happiness first, or the happiness of your spouse, or the happiness of your spouse is your own happiness? Because a lot of people there'll be two categories of people. People who will be expecting to receive as a demonstration of somebody's love for them, and that will make them happy. And people will be expecting to give as a demonstration of their love and commitment, and that will also make them happy. But fundamentally, the inspiration is supposed to bring happiness to you first. And then in that happiness, you can give happiness to your spouse. Or whatever you want to do, the inspiration is that I want to make the other person happy. Then in the happiness of the other person, I am now happy. I hope that's not confusing. Shay?
I think that
Yeah.
the truth about giving
Yeah.
shouldn't be self-seeking. The truth about giving should be seeking the other person's happiness.
So whatever you want to give, your core objective is the person going to be happy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because I have discovered that
You want to but
I have discovered that a lot of people get it all wrong when it comes to giving. You want to give what you think is ideal, but what you're giving, is the other person going to actually appreciate it?
That's the point.
Because many of us don't pay attention to the little details about our partner. It's not how expensive that gift is that matters. Sometimes I might desire what is not as expensive as what you're giving me. And when you give me what you have so much worked for, and then you see me play it down, it bruises your ego, and you're like, after all I did, why should she not show so much enthusiasm after collecting this gift? I read something on Facebook this week, and a lady was explaining how she decided to give her fiancé then a surprise breakfast, English breakfast. Then they were in the university. They had just started dating. So all her pocket money, her roommate gave her some money, and she went to the market.
She used all her pocket money.
Yes.
Good girl.
She made scrambled eggs, sandwich, hot sausages, and she packed it in a very beautiful basket.
Good girl.
Interesting.
And she went to the guy's house that morning. And when the guy opened the door, he was like, oh my God, what are you doing here this early? It was his birthday. He said, happy birthday, with all the excitement. The guy was not just excited.
Heartbreak.
Bad guy.
She was like, okay, maybe it's because he's just waking up.
Exactly.
And then he said, okay, let me go and freshen up. Let me brush my teeth. I don't like you seeing me in this state. And he went. And the guy actually had administration that morning. He's a pastor.
That was the mouth of God.
So she set the table and put all the things, and she was really feeling very happy with herself. I've done something great. And the guy just picked the food, pim, and left the rest and said, I'll be late for my administration. We'll see you later in the day. And the guy walked away.
He loves the Lord.
Yeah.
And the friend, the roommate, his roommate was so excited. Before he left, the roommate said, please, can I help you with the... And that one made good. So she said later on when she discussed with him that, why did you behave that way? He said, one, I'm not a breakfast person. He said, two, I wasn't expecting you. So seeing you that morning just kept me off balance. And at three...
Was this a Valentine's Day?
It was his birthday.
Oh, his birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
And at three, I'd never eaten sausages before. And when I saw it and I tasted it, I didn't like it. And the lady was from a very tush family and all that. And so she said till tomorrow, they still make jest of each other. You are a bush boy. You this Ilorin boy. Me that I woke up in the morning and I decided to prepare breakfast for you. So she said she had learned her lesson from there, that it's not about what you feel that is ideal. It's about what the other person will appreciate. So I think that in whatever it is that we are planning this season, don't go fantasizing about yourself or thinking about what you think is good. Try and read in between the lines and know what your spouse will appreciate.
Don't spend all your pocket money.
That's love. Love is sacrificing. And sometimes you may need to give it all. The 5 loaves and 2 fishes, everything. The widow's mite. Love is sacrificing. I mean, and if you,
Is this what you're advising?
what?
Like,
I only said love is sacrificing. Sometimes you need to give it all. I didn't say you
all
have
the
to
time, yes.
give all the time. So, for instance, if what you want to get, it will take the whole of your savings, and you need to really get it, just to
This,
Yeah.
not because she's made a very valid point. But the little twist that I like to give to it is that, and I want to be careful here, is that I think we've all been taught to give. We've all been taught to be selfless. And that's probably the only thing we know.
Yep.
So at home, in your relationship, if it's like we're painting a godly, good relationship,
Yeah.
you have 2 people who are selfless, who just want to give.
Yeah.
And then you end up having people who don't want to receive. They just want to give. And we are
But the 2
caught.
people are selfless.
Yes, so they are selfless and they are repelling at the same time. And I'll try and explain. Because I see it. And it's happened to me too. So at the end of the day, you end up actually not giving each other anything because you're both selfless. You're both looking at the situation where I'm considering you. And the other person, we are all both considering each other. I'm considering your pocket and I'm saying, don't bother. She's considering my pocket and I'm considering her pocket. I'm saying, don't bother, and vice versa. And we end up not doing anything because we are both selfless and we both want the good for each other. So I'm thinking at times it's good to be selfish once in a while.
You have to put it in perspective, in good context.
In a good context, okay? You know,
Because most of the time, when you have 2 selfless people, and even when you are giving that notification that don't bother, don't go out, don't, I have your best interest, I understand X, Y, Z. Why one person is doing that? Most of the time, the other person will still insist. I recognize that you are not expecting this. You don't want me to go the extra mile, but I'm still going the extra mile. And once you do that, it also inspires the person. It now becomes a kind of healthy competition in such a way that you went out of your way to do it for me. I will not need to ask you,
I get
and I'll
your
do
point.
it for you.
I get your point.
Yeah.
But in reality, most of the daily inspirations and love, you find out that you're being considerate with one another and you're listening to one another, and then you're actually listening to the fact that she's saying, don't do it because I want you to.
How would you know you are going to do it? Most of the time,
Because
both of them are
when you
inspired
do
to
it, because when you do it, you get the feedback
that
you shouldn't have done it.
this much.
You know, so sometimes it's just good to, because see, sometimes the thing you need to give is for yourself to be happy. So
Yes.
on a day like Valentine, if you determine in your mind, and I'm trying to use that word again over and over again, to want to stay happy, all right, that will rub off on your spouse.
Okay, all right, Mr. Wiley, thanks for that. We're going to go on a short break, and we're coming back to give more specific moves and expressions, especially, some ideas that will help you, on your part of inspiration and creativity, even if you don't have much. I can guarantee you, you don't need money. You need money. But you don't need much money. You don't need much money to be creative. Just a little, hold on a little bit. We'll be on the break and we'll be back.
dry your eyes. Never leave you on those lonely nights. Let me be the first to say I will love you anyway. Anyway, anyway. I will love you anyway, anyway. I will love you anyway, anyway. Let me be the first to say I will love you anyway. Let them talk. They hate him, but it's not your fault. They say your things to make us fall. Many things, but I will love you anyway. You've been wrong. You're human and you have your flaws. I wouldn't change a thing at all.
Don't you just get tired of looking for that complete package that you deserve? Well, I did. As an event planner, I got tired of perching from one place to another, just in search of that perfect sound, security, and comfort, especially in a conducive environment. Not too long after that, my friend Bimbo, aka Wakadube, introduced me to Digit's place. It had just what I needed. A cool environment, amazing sound engineers, not to talk of the quality of sound. Top notch. I even got to find out that the place could be used for studio rehearsals, live recordings, small meetings, birthday parties, and even bridal shower with other packages. So just in case you want to know more about this place, you can call them on 0809 573 3330 or send them a mail to info@Digit Sound Solutions. Don't say I didn't tell you. Digits, live sound at its best.
Would you like your event to sound like this?
Check, check.
Or like... Then you're just one call away. Hook up with Digit Sound Solutions for your indoor and outdoor events. With professional sound engineers, the best of equipment, your dream event is sure to come alive. For more inquiries, call 0809 573 3330. Digits, live sound at its best.
All right, welcome back from the break. It's still Heart to Heart Live, and you are chilling with Papadee and the Love Gang. God's anointed new generation. It's been a while.
Forgotten our acronym, Papadee.
It's been a while. And the owner of that acronym is just looking at you. He's just forgotten. God's anointed new generation. Love Gang. All right, we've been talking about inspiration, inspirational love. And we know the weekend is coming. The world is celebrating love. We here also in Digit 1024 Radio will do it in a healthy way. We want to have more reasonable, productive relationship. The ones, not the ones that will take all that you have to give this Sunday and disappear. The ones that you will sow and reap and harvest, and will all come and rejoice with you. Won't you love that? So, and to make some of these things happen, you need to be inspired. We believe in the God inspiration, the God breath, the God empowerment, and you can actually be inspired to do stuff that will make you glad and happy. All right, so we want to talk about more specific things that you can do. We tried to establish that inspiration is not tied to wealth, whether you have cash flow or not, even though it can be an enhancement. But, once you have love, you are committed to, you have a strong relationship with God, these are access point to be getting inspiration. All right, so if you are in a relationship or you're planning to be in one this weekend, or you are making a strategic move. Some people are doing strategic positioning. Some people are doing strategic movement. Like I know that Oprah is doing strategic positioning, while some people like Victor are doing strategic movements. They are making movements, making the crooked paths straight. He knows himself. Victor knows himself. Some people have no clue and no plans for this weekend, so that's why. In fact, some people are wondering that COVID with the concept, so I'm going to ask that with the concept of the safety protocols, social distance, and all of that. You know, we're social beings. We like to relate, we like to touch, we like to go out, we like to gather, we like inspire and all of that. So we want to do a whole lot of that. But COVID will not allow. In fact, a lot of people believe that the COVID season has killed a lot of morale, a lot of inspiration, a lot of innovation. Is that true? So we want to help you out today. If you are in a relationship, if you are planning to be one, here are some very practical things that you can do. Let's give you some inspiration. Let our conversation help you to be inspired. A bit of things that you can do if you want to go out. There's a way to be safe and be inspired and be safe. If you want to stay indoors, you can be inspired and be safe. So let's give this perspective, capturing the reality, the social distancing thing, the fact that people really have restrictions on the things that they can do to express their love. But in the midst of it all, your inspiration can still be intact. In fact, the situation of COVID can even be a motivation to take your love expressions further. So, to Oprah, I assume that you are someone from somewhere around the world, is to make a move, a surprising move.
From Canada?
From anywhere in the world, Canada, or Abuja.
Papa, why are you limiting me to Nigeria?
Okay, all right, all right.
No.
Be it
I
unto
think
you.
Canada is fine.
Be it unto you according to you.
Yes, so please ask.
Okay, so
What are the ways to make this day, this weekend, special? So, I assume that you are giving the practical tips to the guys that somebody is sitting down in his house and saying, I only have 1,000 naira. I only have 1 gig data. On Sunday, I have 3 meetings. The only time I have is just from 4 to 6. But I want to make it special. What can I do? What can I do? To reach out to this sister, reach out to this babe, to reach out to my wife.
And you have
or
1,000
to my-
naira. Can't even buy meat pie.
That's where inspiration comes from. See now, 1,000 naira with inspiration can be something mind blowing, and I know that some people know exactly what to do with 1,000 naira.
I'm happy it's not my question. Oprah, please go ahead.
Go ahead and give a brother inspiration for what to do with 1,000 naira to make it worthwhile. It doesn't have to be 1,000 naira. That's just
definitely doesn't have to be 1,000. I'll just wish you a lot of luck if it was. But I think for such seasons as now, Valentine,
yeah.
for me personally, it will making to guys, your girl or something, understand how well you listen and
How well you've been paying
yes,
attention
how well
to
you've
the
been paying
details.
attention to little details or just little things. I think a lot of ladies like to drop things. They might not tell you, oh, this is what I want, but those hints. So how well you listen and how creative you can be. And so whatever you want to do, as we've heard, try to let it be just about you. This is what I have. This is what I can do. I think you should push boundaries to an extent. I'm not all for giving, sacrificing
boundaries.
everything. I'm not really all for know the lady well enough to know what to do for her. Do very simple things, but things that are very
Be thoughtful about what we want to do.
Yeah.
And then don't kill yourself because you want to impress someone. and then you go to your room and then you are bitter about what you have spent. So be wise, and
Because
the bottom line is that, am I making the other person happy? Am I reassuring the other person that I'm still there, and my love for this person is not wavering, and all I'm doing is just to make you happy. So I think that it's not just about money. Feel will make the other person happy.
Thank you. Well said. And Mr. Wale Ayuba.
Okay.
Give your wife some hints what you should be expecting this Sunday.
All right. So for me, I think, like we're all trying to say, that we should be all intentional and inspirational. And that thing, for me, it means just like that. Just be simple. Be simple. You know, learn a love song, sing a love song. You know, on that day, be silly. Be. You know, just be silly.
Like, do karaoke together, do a
dance.
You know, together play indoor games. You know, go
say silly
wherever
things.
You go.
Enjoy yourself.
Wherever you do, make sure you play safe. Wherever you, I say play safe, be safe. Because the way some of you interpret play safe, be safe. Actually, I mean COVID safe. That's what I mean. Okay, time is not on our side. You know, it's good to be back, and I'm glad to be chilling with the Love Gang. We're going to do it again every Friday, and we're going to be bringing Heart also contribute and let us know what you want us to talk about. But today we have to wrap it up because a positive mindset is all that we need for a better society. Let's continue to think positive. Especially this weekend, think positive. Stop thinking of how you are going to rob somebody. Chop and clean mouth. Stop thinking of how you are going to deceive somebody.
It's a beautiful thing. This love's not for you and me.
So don't do that this weekend, please. Make sure you are honest, you speak the truth, you express truth, and you are committed to making sure that somebody's weekend, somebody's life is good, is blissful, and is reassuring. Continue to speak positive and remain optimistic to refresh our great country, Nigeria. Don't forget to follow Digits on all our social media platforms, Digits1024 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We will also love you to download the Digits app if you don't have it. If you have an Android phone and you don't have Digits as one of your most listened radio app, you're missing. And this year, you better think well. Please download Digits 1024 Radio and get ready for juicy, powerful content this year. That's where we're going to call it a day. Thanks for being a part of the show, everyone who joined. Don't forget, once you come online, remember to share with your friends. I want to thank every member of the Love Gang today. I hope we'll do it again soon. And we'll thank the celebrity on the show, too, Oprah Coco, for being around. All right, so till we come your way next time, don't forget, it's your friend, it's your brother, Papadee, and from everyone of us here, it is a wrap-up and a bye-bye. Bye.
My love, it's the hand of God, now Him bring you to me. It's indescribable what you mean to me. Would you be my Juliet and I'll be your Romeo? My love, oh yeah. Would you be my Juliet and I'll be your Romeo? My love, and when the stars come out tonight, I'll think about you, my love.